Alright, we are officially live. We are going to do some Sunday streams. I hope everyone is doing fantastic this wonderful Sunday evening. We're going to go ahead and get everything shared out. Okay. Okay. In there. Okay. We'll go ahead and send this out to a couple of places. And now we'll go ahead and we're thinking smart today. We got an overall just template tweet to send out to the world. Oh, I always forget about that. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing fantastic. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm doing something. Okay. All right. Copy this. Okay, yeah, we won't go with that one. I've been messing around with Photoshop as of late, so really just kind of playing around to see what I can do in terms of just like making promo flyers. That's been pretty fun. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of Saints Row 4 today, as well as I kind of did want to. Hey, Cookie, what it do? What it do? Also, kind of wanted to just go over kind of what the schedule is going to be like moving forward. So we're pretty much almost at 500 subs. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do for 2026 Return of the Max um, is we aren't going to do like my gameplays where there is no commentary. We're going to go ahead and just kind of rid those out entirely. Just kind of keep it focused to games or videos where I'm more active. I have a chat room up and going. You guys can talk with me. I can talk with you, whole nine. So yeah, the definitive schedule for now is going to be Sunday streams at 8 p.m. MST, and then of course, the monthly project videos later on throughout the week on my days off, usually 5 p.m. MST. That's usually like going to be the standard for premiere videos. Okay, streaming now. Come hang with the gang. Oh, and I'm a king, just Max Nation. Okay. All right. Send this out a couple more places. Yeah, that's kind of the move I'm noticing, Cookie. I've noticed that it's Jim, riffing on Raph, and now me. Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of I've always wanted to just keep it just two videos. Where I'm just I only have to record once a month, but I am kind of really liking just hanging out, hanging with the gang, hanging with the Max Nation. You know the vibes. All right. All right. Sunday streams. And I also kind of want to make it kind of maybe talk about like topics and stuff like that. I mean, I don't have like much. Like, I'm very much so a very simple dude in that, like, I just work, I come home, I make videos, I watch Jim and them, I watch Riffin on Raph, I hang out in the Piscord, the Discord. Um, Pretty much it. Even as far as like consuming and like watching things, it's like I'm not really watching much. I'm mostly just like watching YouTube and stuff like that, just because it can give me exactly what I'm looking for. Um, so I mean, not too many topics, but maybe switch it up a little bit. Hey, Roxy, what it do? What it do? All right, go ahead and send that out. And just even with overall time, it's like it was actually kind of hard to just like come up with a bunch of topics or even just things I want to talk about, but I was also just like, yeah, screw it. I'll just kind of wing it. I have a couple of ideas to get down. Okay. Where else do I need to go? Okay. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing fantastic today. Shouts out to Roxy. Okay. Yo, Hamster, what it do? What it do? Yeah, we're just kind of going over like what the schedule is going to be like moving forward. Um, just a bit of a change up, just a bit of a switch up, if you will. Um, because we're growing little by little. Oh no, you're good. You're good. I was actually kind of I was kind of late a little bit myself. Um, late to my own stream. No, but just kind of getting in the groove, getting in getting into the mindset, if you will. Okay, so a little background with this game. Saints Row is a series that was usually kind of brushed off as a like GTA clone, which I mean, can't really argue with that. There's a lot of validity there. But for the most part, if you just want like a good kind of like just mess around game, I think Saints Row is a good series to just dive into because there's like no like stakes or anything necessarily compared to like GTA where like you're getting invested with characters. With Saints Row, it's just like characters exist and they're just and it happens. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and dive on in. I don't remember exactly the last time I was on Saints Row.
Zinyak kicked the stool out from under my political aspirations.
Oh, thank you, Keith David. All right. Okay. So yeah, looks like I believe that I've completed the whole game. I could be... Yeah, I think I did actually. Yeah, because I can't upgrade... Yep, I can't upgrade anything. All right, cool. That works.
I need to get my oil changed.
So yeah, we're just mainly gonna just go over a couple of things tonight. One of the things I wanted to talk about is just kind of the one thing that I watch, I think, consistently the most. And it kind of just goes overall into like why I really just appreciate nostalgia and like my full access to it is that at work I have a difficulty finding things to like put on while obviously there's not a lot of foot traffic, there's not a lot of action happening, but I end up just settling on like 2000s era commercials, and both kind of looking back on them fondly, but as well as just kind of appreciating like the simplicity of like how advertisement was back then. And the era that I always end up settling on is like 2005 to like 2006 or 2007. Mainly because like that was like the beginning of like when I was about to go into high school. I was about to, you know, so really just being able to go back and find just, and I keep finding more, but like just keep finding these, you know, long streams of commercials that people saved on either their TiVo or their DVR, or, you know, even just like managing to find a lot of these streams and a lot of these, you know, we'll go ahead and steal a car. But even like people finding like these old streams and like these old channels and like these old blocks of just like classic commercials. So yeah, and it's definitely something that I'm really just very, very partial to, is just the overall like access to nostalgia, whether it be like commercials or even old TV. I've been seeing a lot of people upload like full blocks of like TV from their time. It's like, I don't know how people are being able to figure out like the tech capabilities of a TiVo, but more power to them. Yeah, we're crashing some stuff right now. Yeah, let's see where else we can go. Because, yeah, see, I have, like, the entire map completed. I think I even completed the DLC as well. You know, yeah, we'll just do a little bit of driving. So, yeah, everybody, if you guys ever just want to go back in time, definitely look up a lot of these commercial streams. I mean, I'm sure if you guys have seen Jim and them, like, especially Jim and them live, like you will see those commercial streams at the beginning. You know, I have a feeling that like I have watched a lot of the commercial streams that like Jim plays before the show, like GTA-ish. Yeah, Cookie, it is very much so. Like I said earlier, it did get written off as like a GTA clone or a GTA carbon copy. But it definitely does have its charm. It definitely does have its, you know, ridiculous moments, wacky story. You know, definitely worth a play. I mean, it's not going to be like a complicated play, but it'll definitely be worth checking out. All right. And I'm also hoping with like the commercial streams that like maybe it can, you know, point me in the right direction of something that like I wanted to check out when I was like younger, or, you know, just trying to open my horizons, horizon, if you will. So yeah, that's nostalgia corner, for, I guess. And what I also wanted to talk about is just kind of like my update with listening to music. Because I did talk about a little bit how like streaming has just overall like impacted like the way that I'm consuming media, because I can't decide on anything and I have access to everything, so I want nothing. With the fact that I am going to be seeing ICP at the end of April, I did decide to find a playlist on Spotify and listen to the full second Joker Cards deck, and really kind of figure out what the overall message of the second deck is, which I'm kind of piecing some stuff together. because with like the first deck, it was just like, you know, you're introduced to all these characters at the Dark Carnival, and you know, eventually leads you to the afterlife, and where you end up there, you know, that's completely on you. So I think with the second Joker's cards deck, I think it's just about like being human for the most part. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Shouts out to all my Juggalo fam and the Max Nation that are probably being like, man, what is this guy talking about right now? That's not the message. So I think through Bang Pow Boom last time I was listening, which was earlier today, and I always forgot how good of an album that was. It just kind of got lost in the shuffle because I wasn't like actively buying like ICP CDs at that time, and there wasn't like a lot to catch up on, so it just kind of breezed by me at first. So next will be Mighty Death Pop. That'll be the next one I'll probably be listening to tomorrow. The playlist I found is pretty cool because they did find all of like the extra stuff. Thank you. I need a good distraction. Some people make it life hard on purpose, so thank you for making it better on purpose. Yeah, no worries, Hamster. I'm definitely glad you came by. You know, that's kind of the goal with the Max Nation, is that, you know, we're hanging out, we're vibing. You know, I'm driving around, I'm shooting, you know, taking some stuff out.
Terrible. That's right, I'm better than you.
Just causing some damage and having a good time. We're all about positivity over in the Max Nation. Now the new one, no, will soon. Yeah, Cookie, I haven't checked out the newest Joker's card yet. I listened to pretty much all of them, I think like once or twice. And the only one I wasn't too fond on was, I think it was Missing Link Lost. Like, that one just didn't really stick out to me, and like even sonically it just wasn't really it didn't feel like a Joker's card to me. It just felt like another album. We all about, it's all gangster in here. Yeah, exactly, Zach. Like, we keep it G over here, even though there's no G. See, Found, I love Found so much. Found is, I think they put so much care and crafting into that one, and it was like a really good listen all the way through. Like Mr. White Suit, that's probably one of my favorite like bangers. And then even like listening to Bang Pow Boom again, it's like there's just so many like just sleeper hits. Have I ever seen? No, Zach. I don't really dive that far. Like, it's not my steez, not my thing. Oh, what's up? Yo, what's up, Frames of Rhythm? What's it do, bro? I hope you're doing well. I'll have to pop on by next time I see that you guys are live. And hail the Max Nation. Just wanted to stop by and say, hey, I am beat after the show. No, absolutely, Humongous. I appreciate you, hail, brother. Everybody should go ahead and check out Humongous. He's live every Sunday. Everybody should go get, you know, filthy and you know, become, you know, a fungal freak on Sundays at 4:20 p.m. EST. I'm trying to get better with the times. I just have to, I get so like tongue twisted, and like just there's so many times that I have to remember just to make sure I plug everybody correctly. It's a real dyslexic problem right now. Hail the fungal freaks. Yes, exactly. Yeah, everybody should go check out Humongous. Like, you know, it's a good vibe over there, really good hang. The only place I really get my news is from Antarctica. Imagine that. But yeah, just to go back to ICP a little bit. So I'm gonna be listening to the entire second deck, And the playlist I found has like all the extra stuff, all the bonus tracks, all like the bonus EPs, all like the outtakes. So I'm gonna get the full scope of the second Joker's Cards deck, and hopefully I will be fully caught up, being able to remember some of the songs by the time I see ICP on 420. And hopefully that can also kind of fix my music listening a little bit if I can just like stick to like something consistently and not get distracted. So we'll see how it goes.
Bloody hell. That was fun.
We'll go ahead and just cause some damage. Okay. And one thing that I wanted to also point out is I think everybody should go ahead and check out Bones. If he's an artist that I've been listening to probably a long time now. And every so often I'll stop listening and I'll pop back in, and he has like at least like 4 to 5 new releases within like the last couple of months, because he just constantly works on projects. And there's just so many things that just like fit the vibe, and it's just like different ways he's being able to just like expand out musically. So everybody should go and check out Bones. He's a really good artist, puts in a lot of work. For all my Phil pigs out there, he was actually on tour with Corey and Limp Bizkit on Low Serville. And then I think Jim and them even did a commentary of like the Low Serville video. I think on the show. I don't think it was like made for YouTube. Horrorcore, I think, as well. Yeah, there's definitely some aspects like he grabs a couple of different sounds and like a couple of different like styles and flows, and kind of combines them and like makes them their own, like makes it his own thing, but not in like I'm pillaging and making it my own thing kind of way. No, Zach, horrorcore, that's the Juggalo, that's Juggalo core, that's the Juggalo genre. Or is it like that Dracula guy? No, it's ICP. ICP is horrorcore. ICP, like, other names, of course, have always kind of like had like horror themes and like horror lyrics and like I'm sure there people can say like, oh, Flatliners and various names prior to ICP. I mean, Isham, but yeah, horrorcore is awesome. I'm going to be singing it at the end of April. But yeah, everybody should go check out Bones. He has quite the catalog. There's a lot on Spotify. I'm pretty sure there's still a lot on his SoundCloud. Oh yeah, Tech9. Yes, Roxy, absolutely. Trying to think who else. Like Brother Lynch. Like Brother Lynch is definitely. He was kind of like one of the first people that kind of really got just did something different, because rap was just so new and like it hadn't fully like formed yet. Like there were a lot of people trying different things. That's why like 80s rap is so like touch and go every time you hear it, like pre-NWA, because it's always just like quite the mismatch. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go cruising again. But yeah, and the thing that also was cool about Bones is that when he started making music, like, and was utilizing SoundCloud primarily as like his musical releasing, nobody was really doing the kind of things that he was doing in terms of like video production, style, aesthetic. and even just kind of like what built SoundCloud rappers like Suicide Boys and Puya and Xavier Wolf and Eddie Baker and Such Hollow Water Boys and G59. I'm just gonna go just keep naming off groups. But yeah, everybody should go check out Bones. Everybody should go check out ICP. Everybody should go check out Jim and Them. They got a video tomorrow at 3 p.m. PST. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be awesome. All right.
I'm probably going to be late.
You listen to my music. No, Cookie, I'm... Like, my music is so... Like, my musical listening is, like, so vast. Like, I can land in pretty much most circles. Like, even on Riff and on Raff, like, I am so well-schooled on, like, Houston culture and, like, Houston rap culture. So, like, when they are... confused as to like the different terminology and slang and the style, I'm like first one to chime in. Shouts out to Riffin' on Raph though. I consider myself a ESO rap correspondent, the same way that I am the Juggalo correspondent for Jim and Them. Oh, Lil Flip, yes, very much so. All about Cloverland. Yeah, Lil Flip was awesome, and even like back in the Beef DVD days, when him and T.I. were going back and forth, and basically they were memeing each other in real life, which was just really kind of chaotic for 2005. Like they just pulled up demeaning pictures of each other. And posted and just held it up at various concerts, so it was awesome. They're all right. I don't want them to get a big hit. Well, Frames, I think that's fair. You're keeping it fair, like the fairest podcast in the game, Jim and Them. Whole nine. We are pop culture. I know that, bro. I know that. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're pretty much just going to be driving. I mainly just threw this on because like I was talking about earlier, I am kind of switching it up to kind of make it a little bit more topic focused, maybe a little bit more free form, and also just to really kind of lock. If you got them, I have both mine on right now. I'm looking at my 22 award right now. Biggest 22 in the chat right now. If I can be so frank, if I can be so fair. Yeah, everybody should check out Frames and Rhythm. They always got a video dropping every single day, at least from what I see. I check my subscriptions very periodically, and I always see that they got at least like, you know, a couple of videos in the chamber, a couple videos in the tank. And like I said, I'm definitely going to tune in and make sure to show some love for them. Everybody should check them out as well. Because that's also the thing with what I want my channel to be, is I want it to be kind of a hub for, you know, Jim and Them listeners, Jim and Them channels, Jim and Them creatives, to just kind of like build a community with like the common goal. Like, we're all creatives in different ways, and we can pull our resources to really kind of like amass something amazing. And really just, you know, make sure we got a lot loaded in the tank, and then we could use that to help Jim and Them. Because, you know, I've always been on the side of helping out local homies, helping out local goons, showing up for their premieres, seeing if, you know, if they do music, see if I can put that in the short, because if you do use people's songs or use their media in YouTube shorts, it does help their numbers out as well. It does help their channel out as well. So, you know, I'm trying to kind of get that up and going, you know, and especially like just I want the best for all the Jim and Them listeners. I want the best for all the goons. I want the best for all the homies. You know, I want my art homies highlighted. Like, that's why I get commissions, because I want people like Zach, and I want people like Bubble, and I want people like Pink Lemonade, and I want people like Nami. I want their arts to be shown off. I want their skills to be really highlighted, and really just see what they can cook up. So, shouts out to the tubers, shouts out to the content creators, shouts out to the artists, the musicians. Like, even if you just made a funny Jim and Them monster truck meme, you know what? You matter. You're a creative. Max Nation going strong. Exactly. See, we out here. Alright. And I did kind of want to switch it up a little bit, especially since, you know, there are some things as far as like shows and media that I am excited about, that I am really excited to be able to tune in, to be able to see. And one of the things for sure is, if you know anything about me, you know that this is very important to me. One Piece, the anime, is going to be coming back soon. It's coming back. It's going to be bi-weekly instead of weekly in general. So the animators over at One Piece can finally rest and, you know, see their family and stuff like that, because they're constantly at work all the time. So I believe the One Piece anime comes back in April. So that's going to be exciting. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be covered, a lot of stuff that's going to be discussed. And hopefully, and I'm hoping, they will be fully caught up with the English dub as well as the subbed, as well as they plan to do a full episode per chapter, as opposed to just like one episode across like maybe like a couple of panels. So we got that up and going. We got One Piece on the rise. One Piece live action actually comes out in the next couple of weeks, I want to say. So, I mean, the One Piece live action is not something for me, because I'm, you know, pretty well versed on One Piece. The One Piece live action is for people who haven't given it a shot to watch and see if it's fully for them, a really condensed down version. It's a lot of episodes. It's at 11:55 last time they were on, and they condensed down, I think, like 100 episodes to like 8 for the live action. So that's going to be exciting. We got One Piece on deck, as well as Jujutsu Kaisen, yet another anime that I've been watching and I've been really enjoying. It's basically I've heard a lot of people say that it's pretty much Naruto for dummies, or a simplified Naruto for all my Naruto heads. I was not one of them. But it's going strong. It's got a lot of good moments, a lot of great fights, a lot of great sequences, a lot of great TikToks that I'm seeing, because animes and TikTok is pretty much par for the course. You're going to see a lot of cool sequences, a lot of cool music videos. So eventually I am going to have the time to sit down and play catch up, but I cannot do weekly anymore when it comes to a show. I have to binge it all in one go. I don't know if that's the same case for other people as well. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen going strong. Those are two constants that are always going to be in my rotation. Like, that's something that I'm going to actively keep up and watch. Like, I like wrestling enough, but in terms of something that I am keeping track of with like excitement and like just pure cheer in my eyes, it's going to be One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen. And then in terms of movies, if you know anything about me, I'm very cinematically illiterate. It will actually probably make you mad the amount of movies that I just have not seen. But you know, pretty excited for Avengers Doomsday. That's kind of just where I'm at. Major Marvel fatigue. Why did you stop for the red light? Sometimes I follow the rules, Cookie. Sometimes I follow the rules. E.T. Yeah, I think I have actually seen E.T. I think I saw it like maybe once when I was younger. Forrest Gump, I have seen like a number of times.
Maybe I'll be a real.
But like even before I got into the Jim and Them Discord or Piscord, I had never seen Goonies. I had never seen The Burbs. I had never seen License to Drive. I had never seen Monster Squad. I've never seen Karate Kid. Oh, Stand By Me. Yeah, that's one I also have not seen. Yeah, like my top 5 films list of all time is gonna like it should be laughed at almost, because it's really hard to like whittle down. But if I had to like say it off the top of my head, it would be Nightmare Before Christmas, The Page Master, The Dark Knight, OG Halloween, and I'd say The Jerk. My co-host hasn't seen a lot. I want to go in Discord and just watch movies. Well, Frames, I mean, we do sometimes do stream movies in the Jim and Them Discord. It'll usually be a lot of a certain somebody's movie history. Maybe one of those mystery 18 number ones. Because yeah, we watched a lot of them. We watched so many of them, and so many of them were so terrible. And like we really pulled deep to find some of these, but yeah. So that's pretty much like it's hard to whittle it down to. Yes, Exile. We did watch Exile. And it was almost like way too perfect that at one point he does get chased down by a I think it was like a wild boar. So in other words, he got chased down by a filth pig. Rock and Roll High School. Yes, I think we watched that one as well. I can't recall. We watched like way too many movies. Not enough if you're asking me. And I guess this is also just me telling everybody should go watch The Page Master, because Page Master is such a good movie. It almost never gets brought up in 90s lists, and it never even gets brought up in like good Macaulay movies. So everybody should go check out The Page Master. Damn it, I will shout that one from the rooftops. Oh, we did. I streamed that one. Yes, Roxy, you're a real one. You're a video queen, especially when it comes to like finding the archived good stuff, or the stuff that's just like sitting on a streaming service that we've never like fallen into that one. I've never heard of that one. Yeah, Frames. So Page Master is basically, it's Macaulay Culkin. He's like a introverted, little anxiety, kid scared of the world, agoraphobic, that's the word. And he has to do he has to go to like run to the hardware store for his dad, and then he gets like swept up in the rain, and he ends up getting lost in the library, and then it eventually he ends up becoming animated. Like basically like the books basically pull him into like the fantasy or like the literary dimension. And so Macaulay Culkin as a cartoon basically goes through like adventure, fantasy, and horror literature stories. And it's basically just a large movie about how the importance of a library card. It's well worth it. It's awesome. Ed Begley's in it. I want to say, I think the mom from Home Alone is Macaulay's mom in that one. I could be completely wrong. It's got Christopher Lloyd in it as a librarian. It's a great film. Everybody should go check it out. Alright, just destroy. And if I can recommend also some other movies as well. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that Seth Rogen's run of movies from about 2004 to, I want to say, like, This Is the End. Those movies were so important to me growing up. And then by proxy, as an emo kid, as an emo lanky boy, I very much so got very partial to Michael Cera movies. So, in a bit of a double recommendation here, everybody should go watch Seth Rogen's run from 40-Year-Old Virgin to This Is the End, and everybody should watch these 4 movies. Superbad, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Youth in Revolt, and Juno. Pilgrim, because it kind of scratches that same itch. Because to me, that is the Michael Cera songs. That man did more for emo culture than 10 Hot Topics combined. Watch his band movie. What's it? You know what? I'll have to get further clarification on that, Cookie. Because not all Michael Cera is necessarily hitting it out of the park. Like, Jim and them found this weird video, or this weird movie he did where, like, this girl goes to visit her cousin, and then her cousin is, like, Michael Cera with, like, a weird French accent. It's a whole thing. He gets a girl to stick her face in the fire. It's bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Cookie. Yeah, I mean, that one was okay. I just did not... I don't know. I didn't like the way that Franco just kind of all of a sudden decided, like, oh, yeah, guys, I'm also a comedian guy. And it's like, I remember Seth Rogen making fun of the fact that, like, out of everybody from Freaks and Geeks, he's, like, the only one that went on to do, like, huge cinema, and like while Seth and his friends are all hanging out, Franco's in the corner like cuddled up reading Nietzsche or something like that. Do you want movie nerd recommendations? Yeah, Frames, absolutely. Like, drop anything. There's not a possibility that I haven't seen it already, but I will add it to the list. But this is just mainly just yeah, he absolutely is. Yeah. That can't be, you know, really argued there. Like, he did himself no favors with all that. Jim and them did have a video about that, actually, when, like, all that stuff first started popping off, because I don't know why he would do half of what he did with all that. But, anywho, so, yes. Pineapple Express, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up. It's another one. This Is the End. To me, that's peak. To me, that's awesome. And to anybody who got into party festivities in the 2000s, you will understand the importance of Pineapple Express. You'll understand just how, like, things were at that time. As far as, like, you know, availability of certain things, the price of certain things, like, it was all just very, very accurate. Star 80. Is that a movie, Frames? I'll have to look into it further if it is. But yeah, like Pineapple Express, 40-Year-Old Virgin was like one of the first like new kind of comedies as I was like entering middle school that I watched. That I feel that everybody had seen, and everybody was quoting it. Everybody's quoting it along with Anchorman and Talladega Nights quotes because it was just pure pre-internet brain rot. Star 80, Eric Roberts. Okay, I'll have to add that to the list, my friend. I appreciate you. And then, of course, Knocked Up is really just a master class of, like, really just at a crossroads in life. Because for people that haven't seen Knocked Up, Seth Rogen is a bit of a dumb loser. One of those, I got, you know, injured by the city and I got a fat settlement type thing. So no ambition there. He ends up getting with a girl who is like a reporter on like the E television channel, and she ends up getting pregnant, and it's really just you know, a coming of age tale of a bummy loser with a bunch of bummy loser friends. But you know, I feel we've all been that bummy loser every so often. Like, as much as I want to throw salt in a man's game, I can't do such a thing. So yeah, everybody should go check out the Seth Rogen and Michael Sarasance, based on a true story of a Playboy bunny. Okay, word.
I wonder where Brad is taking me to dinner tonight.
It was funny for what it was. No, absolutely, Frames. Like, you know, there's a lot that can be said just for just simple comedy back then. And just really how everybody in like all those movies went on to like be something and like be real powerhouses of comedy. Like Martin Starr, who was in Knocked Up, who was also in Freaks and Geeks, as well as like Craig Robinson. Yeah. Oh, Sausage Party. Yeah, Sausage Party wasn't great. I mean, they can't all be winners. But that being said, Seth Rogen has gotten a lot of good feedback on like his interpretation of like Ninja Turtles. That's also something I didn't see a lot of either. Ninja Turtles. Airplane. Yes, I did see Airplane. I have seen Airplane. I have seen Naked Gun. Like I said, the Jerk is in like my top 5 like just movies of all time. Like The Jerk is awesome. I mean, maybe certain aspects of it did not really age well, but I think above all else, The Jerk is a great movie. Did I watch his show, The Studio? No, I haven't, but I hear really good things about it. And then I don't know the extent of exactly his role, but there is a Jim and Them OG listener named Gordon Hale, who I believe is in the credits of The Studio. I could be completely wrong on that. I know that he's in the credits for one of the HBO shows. And Gordon Hale is basically everybody that basically the dude I aspire to be in terms of a Jim and Them listener. Just somebody diehard, somebody dedicated, an encyclopedia, a lore master, if you will. So yeah, I know that I think he had something to do with like the production side of it. I could be completely wrong. Let's see. The people around his character make it fun, but it's mid. Well, I believe that Catherine O'Hara was on that show. I could be completely wrong. But I mean, I don't really think I'll ever get Apple TV, but maybe if it gets picked up on like Tubi, just because the way that properties just bounce back and forth on like various streaming services lead me to think that like, okay, yeah, it's just gonna end up there. It'll just end up on Tubi or Pluto or Roku. It'll be playing on the Roku City billboard. Oh man, R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara, bro. And I guess like with most of the internet, had no idea that she was Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas. I had no idea. To me, that was crazy. I watched it when I got Apple TV to watch. Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I know that a lot of people kind of got it for that specific reason. Which everybody should go check out that doc. Shouts out to Marcy, shouts out to the Angels. Yeah, she was so funny. Yeah, she really was, and she never really like ever stopped being funny too, which is the thing. Like her in Beetlejuice. Her and, of course, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas. Her in Schitt's Creek. Yeah, R.I.P. Catherine O'Hara. Definitely a gut punch for sure. Oh, and that's also something too, is that I hadn't seen Home Alone until last Christmas. Right now I can hear the typing going off right now. But yeah, Home Alone is really good. I watched it at work, and because it was so slow, I was able to like burn through the first two. I think the thing with me too is that I kind of, growing up, I watched a lot of the same things over and over and over again. So I never really expanded out and checked out anything further, so I don't know if that's autism going, but, you know, rest assured we're having a good time. We're catching up on things, whole nine. Oh yes, SCTV, that's one thing that I have seen a lot of people point out too, is that she's really good on that, and that's where she met, like, Eugene Levy and, like, Fred Willard, and like I think she met John Candy there too. I could be completely wrong on that. So yeah, everybody should go check out Seth Rogen's run from like 2004 to like 2013. And yeah, excited for Doomsday, excited for One Piece coming back, excited for JJK Jujutsu Kaisen being back in the fold. Excited that everything's just going grand and wonderful. It's just the only thing that's a little tough is just the retail side. Retail life, whole nine. It's not unbearable, but it's definitely tough. It's a tough go every day, 5 days a week. Let's get it. Let's get the bag, get the money. Whole nine. And I definitely would shout out Short Queen Jenny and her therapy services, Nurturing Souls. Everybody should go hit her up. If you got any stressors, any issues, anything going on. For all my Jim and Them heads, you know, she's been a staple in this community ever since she started the petition to get Jim and Them off the air. And then Corey decided to claim that for himself. Corey Hart, by the way, Sunglasses at Night. No, that'll chap his ass, but, you know, regardless. And then, you know, eventually all of us came together, helped her out with her run. And since then, she's just become a real staple of the community, staple of the Max Nation. So, if you follow me on Discord, or you know Jenny on Discord, definitely hit her up. If you got any stressors, any issues, she's a real one. Alright. And I think with these streams, I think I want to keep them to just about like an hour, maybe two, just nothing too crazy. Just really, like I said earlier, just making sure I'm active, making sure that, you know, all my videos kind of make sense. So no more early week drops. It'll just be streams on Sunday at 8 p.m. MST, and then Thursday and Friday, 5 p.m. MST for, you know, the monthly themed videos, the monthly themed gameplays. And those ones will be at 5 p.m. MST, and as a matter of fact, now that I mention it, we're going to be starting Bioshock 2 this week. We're going to be starting St. Max Tricks. Say that 5 times fast. So we're going to be starting Bioshock 2 on Thursday and Friday. I've already begun the process of uploading half of those. And as well as I do have some Dwarvenators footage that I am going to go ahead and get scheduled. So we'll have kind of something dropping in the evenings, at least until I can get some gameplay shorts down. Shouts out to Roxy. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and lock that in. Bioshock 2 this month. It's going to be a fun time. Hope you guys can come around and stick around for it, because we're almost at 500 subscribers, guys. We're making really good progress. Max Nation is going strong. And I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys throwing a like, throwing a comment, even throwing something on for 10 seconds. You know, I appreciate you. Like I always say, if you tune in for 10 seconds or 10 minutes, it's all appreciated. No pressures over here. Like, I'm doing cool stuff. Come by and hang out, check it out, see what I got going on. But if you don't, you know, I appreciate you too. Alright. So, before this kicks off, well, you know what, we'll actually go ahead and do a little bit of combat as I do my plugs, so I can plug the homies. Hey, yo. Okay. Okay, so for starters, Jim and them live every Friday at 7:15 p.m. PST. Everybody should go check them out. They have a video dropping tomorrow at 3 p.m. PST. Everybody should go check them out. Drop a like. Everybody should go check out Jim and them. They are pop culture. Road to 50K. Let's go. Juke the like, boop the sub, do what you gotta do to help out the homies. And next up, homies over at ESO, homies over at Riffin' on RAF. They are live 7 p.m. PST with videos dropping 5:30 p.m. PST. Everybody should go check it out if you guys want to just, you know, get into some Prada pathology. Everybody should go check it out, get into the Balenciaga ball game, and go, you know, go hang out with the homies. Go hang out with the Riff boys, the Riff homies. Riff! And, of course, definitely got to shouts out one of the biggest helps of the channel, and that's Bubble. She does a radio show every Tuesday from 12 to 3 p.m. PST. She covers a lot of different type of music, a lot of stuff you didn't know existed, a lot of stuff that you were wondering, how did this get unearthed? She's got it on deck. She's got quite the archive of just very eclectic, very mismatch, very hidden tastes of jams. Everybody should go check it out. I believe her show is called Music I Want to Hear. I could be completely wrong, but rest assured I will be linking the site for her show, so everybody should go check out Bubble. And if I can get filthy for a moment, which is weird because I just finished talking about Jim and them. Filth Pigs, we out here. Filth Pig, a low love. He was on earlier today at the time of recording or the time I'm streaming. But Humongous 420. He streams every Sunday at 4:20 p.m. PST till, I don't know, whenever Animal News comes up. Animal News, sorry. And yeah, everybody should go hang out. Everybody should hang out. You know, smoke them if you got them. Kiss them if you got them. If you want some news and some great tunes that'll make you spin on your head as you're dancing like you're on Good Morning America, everybody should go check out Humongous 420. And above all else, guys, like I said, we got St. Matrix starting this Thursday and Friday, 5 p.m. MST. Oh yes, 4:20 EST for Humongous, and for Thursday and Friday, St. Matrix, 5 p.m. MST, Bioshock 2, 1 and 2. I've been really addicted to Adobe Photoshop as of late, or Adobe After Effects, so I'm really just, you're going to be seeing a lot of different, you know, curated thumbnails. So it's going to be a nice switch up. It's going to be different kind of art. So definitely tune in St. Matrix Thursday and Friday, 5 p.m. MST. Bioshock 2, Part 1, Part 2. It'll be on deck. It's going to be awesome. And I need to bring this up more, otherwise I'm going to forget, but I think that everybody needs to also just revisit my archives. Like, at this point, I have so many videos, I have so many games, and of course, you know, I playlist them just for easier viewing, because I'm not going to have somebody root through over 1,000 videos. But I do have a lot of games, a lot of playlists. If everybody want to go check that out, check out my archives. You know, I have a lot of different games. I got some Metal Gear playthroughs. Now, I didn't start getting on mic for my gameplays until about a year ago. So some of them won't have commentary, but you will get to see my progress, and it'll be a good experience. Everybody should go check out my archives. You know, check out my channel. I got a lot of playlists. I got a lot of videos. Got a lot of nonsense. It's a damn hour of nonsense right now. Literally, considering this stream is going to be about an hour. And also, March 26th, 8 p.m. MST, we will be doing a Death Stranding 2 pre-birthday stream. Gonna try to stream as much as possible, just so the clock strikes midnight for your boy's birthday, which will be the following day. So everybody should tune in for that. And yeah. So, while we look over the city in a very cool fashion. So yeah, guys. That's kind of the game plan now. Is we got 2 gameplays dropping at the end of the week. And then we have a stream at the beginning of the week. So we're getting there. We're getting there in terms of like having a more kind of cohesive kind of experience going on right now, where I can just stream and just hang out, talk with you guys, answer questions, go over my thought process, maybe even discuss some stuff that I've had on the top of my mind, or even just me talking about Seth Rogen movies for like 20 minutes. It'll be a good experience. It'll be a good time, because I know that in a lot of my gameplays, I am just kind of focused on talking about, like, you know, what's happening in the game, my reaction to it, any history or story that might apply within, you know, that game. So here it's a little bit more freeform. Going to try to kind of build it more of like a show or a discussion, but even then, that's not too much of the game plan right now. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to drop a like. Be sure to share some stuff. Got a lot of good stuff in the works. As always, guys, be sure to rest up, flex up, hydrate, all that. And with that in mind, hey, shouts out to Riffin on Raph. I was talking about you guys earlier. Hey, appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. You, Onk, Steven, Whole Nine. Shouts out to ESO. And with that in mind, we are going to go ahead and call it quits. I know that you guys just came in, but yeah, so the streams are going to be about an hour, hour and a half or so. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, with that being said, we will see you guys on Thursday for St. Matrix. Love you guys. Max Nation out.